Right, okay, today I've got a narcissistic X energy, somebody who has got a narcissistic personality connected into you. They were very, even if they're cold, detached and, you know, unemotional, I feel they still want something, or they're going to want something from you, okay? Your energy, your validation. I think they're a little bit obsessed at the moment because they expected your loyalty forever, okay? Regardless of what they did to you, they just expected you to be there, okay? But they definitely, I feel they want something. They can feel you pulling away. They can almost sense that you've seen through them, okay? And I just feel they're going to want something. Is it your energy? Is it your time? You know, what does this person want? You know, they could be watching your socials, or, you know, I just feel digging. I heard this word digging, that they're kind of digging to try and find out, you know, what you're doing, what you're up to. Unfortunately, I feel this person you're connected into, I'm going to be totally truthful, it's never about love. I don't feel they actually know what love is, you know, healthy, emotional connection. I feel this today is more that they don't like the fact that you are moving on, okay? And you're not playing ball with them anymore. That's what I'm hearing. You're not playing ball. So I'm going to see what they want, but also as we go through this reading, I just want to see what messages they're going to come out with. What line are they going to spin, okay? Because I don't think they're going to be telling the truth. All right, so let's get to it, okay? I'll just give these a shuffle. Thanks for watching. Oh gosh, thanks for watching. Thanks for all your comments. Please leave comments. I do love to read all my comments. If you'd like a reading, just click on the title of the video. Links are below in the description box. Everything's on the website. Go check out all the readings. And also, I'll take that one, check out the limited $1 reading as well. And if this is your energy, keep going. Okay, these people, narcissists mess with your mind, all right? Don't think that what you've been through isn't awful, because it is. Okay, and the whammy with them, and this is what I feel's cracking off today, is they just don't have the personality or the wherefore, you know, it's like they're just empty vessels to actually think that they've ever done anything wrong, and will expect, if not to come back into your life, for you even to help them, okay? It's almost like whatever's in there is really just not working properly. I know that sounds a bit harsh, but it's probably the easiest way I can explain it without going into the, you know, psychological stuff. Right, let's have a little look at their energy. We've got 3 cards. Right, yeah, they vanished. They did just totally vanish, okay? They left you, I'm hearing, almost in a state of collapse. Okay. I just feel, and I'm hearing the words, because that's how I just hear things. I'm hearing the words. It's like they will pick a situation or a person to the bones. Like, you know, when you've got, say, some meat and you just completely just take all the meat and there's just the bones left. I feel that is how they treat people. Okay, they just totally and utterly vanished. Right, they are, the doom scrolling at 3 AM card has come out. Okay. They have got a lot of anxiety, and I just feel this person is quite an angry person. They're a very jealous person, okay? And I just honestly feel it's because they don't want you, but they don't want anybody else to have you. Okay, so I do feel with this internet spiral, they could be looking at socials, or if you've got them blocked, if you've blocked them, which I feel you probably have, people do find out, you know, long before the internet. We you know, me being old, we could always find out eventually what people were up to in some shape or form. Okay, so they're definitely very irritated by the fact that you done. You know, you've seen through them. You've absolutely seen through them. You know what? One of the messages I feel that they would say to you with this middle card is, oh, it was just a phase. You know, it was just, they will minimalise the damage that they have done. And always remember with this kind of person, you will never get them to understand what they've done. Okay, and this, I think, is the hardest thing. This is the hardest thing with narcissistic relationships, someone who's a narcissist. You can't, as a decent person, understand, because the brain isn't, we're not wired like that if we have empathy and soul, why this person can do what they do, okay? And it's human nature to try. And then with the rest of the little mind games, you end up overgiving, almost pleasing them, and can end up codependent. That's because of the way the neurons fire. Okay, these kind of relationships become addictive, like smoking or drinking. It's the same process for the brain. Now, this person, right, minimises everything. I feel when you were together, they minimised all their antics. Okay, they just gaslit you. They just told you that it was it was always your fault. They never ever take accountability, ever. Okay, and I feel if this person, I'm hearing to say to you, this person moved on to somebody else, or they just left your life, as I heard before, a collapse. Like I'm almost seeing the Tower Tarot card, okay, where it just all completely comes tumbling down. They don't see that. You see, there's some damage that will have happened to this person. You know, early childhood, formative years usually, okay, where they learnt the way they are, all right, and they will not accept it. I just don't feel they will accept it. Let's see what messages they by that I mean, let's see what line they're going to come out with. Okay, and then you, oh gosh, quite a lot I think, then you will know. Okay, then you will know. I will get to, I'll get my tarot deck out. I want to see what they want. What are they going to say? Okay, they're going to say that you're their sanctuary. Okay, they're going to tell you this time they're going to take care of you and they're going to look after the relationship and they're going to protect you. All right? But I feel that you, even though you love this person, you also felt very trapped. They liked control. You know, it's like the bully in the playground. You know, think of that kind of energy. Right, they're going to tell you they still have a lot of passion for you. Okay, that you're the bright star in their life. And they're going to want to get intimate again, so they're going to want some kind of relationship. Which, like I say, I'll just have another dig with my tarot deck about what they want. But definitely with this card here, there is some passion they want. Okay. I think the spark's gone though for you. I think you though, I think for you as well, that you're just protecting your own energy. Okay, now I think this is important, this message for you today. They're going to take baby steps. Now, this is important because they're going to take their time to get back in your life, all right? They're going to be clever, or they think they're going to be clever, because I feel today that you know, I'm not saying you're totally healed from this, and that is totally understandable. You don't just heal from this overnight. It leaves you with post-traumatic stress disorder, this kind of relationship, because it messes with your brain, okay? So I feel they're going to take baby steps. They're not going to come rushing in, and they're going to be in it for the long game. But I do feel they will do that to try and rebuild your trust, okay? Now, they could do this over a period of months, and that's why I feel this message is important, okay? Because sometimes you can have reconciliations where they actually genuinely, these reconciliations work, okay? They work. People get back together and they stay together, okay? They work things out. But I feel with this person, they won't be taking baby steps because they respect you, okay? Or that they genuinely, because they can't do that because there's nothing in here and nothing in here particularly. They will take baby steps, this is what I'm hearing, to sort of hook you in, okay? They will do that to hook you in. So, and I'm hearing to say it will be done so that you will think over a period of time they've changed, which is understandable, okay? It's totally understandable. That's why people go back into toxic relationships, because of how it changes the brainwaves. You know, that's the science. That's why people can leave and then go back numerous times before you eventually get out of this situation. And that's why it is so hard, and that's why it causes almost a collapse. Okay, so I feel that is that what is it, modus operandi. They're going to do it very, very slowly, and they're going to be on their best behaviour. So things that normally would have triggered them, or you know, stupid things like even just ruining your birthday party. They're never happy for anybody else, this kind of energy, or your holiday, or anything that you're doing, or they're going to not do that. So let's use the birthday party as an example. If before, you know, you were having a good time, or you got family, or there was something you'd planned, they would either still be late or just make it all about them. If that were to happen again, they would be like absolutely on their best behaviour, all right? That's what I mean by the baby steps. So then you will start building up a different picture of them, okay? They're going to tell you that they're going to be loyal this time, all right? I feel there's a message here for you, though, to stay strong and stay focused on you, all right? A real focus on you, just on you, not on them. Now, what they're also going to do needs tending. This is going back to the baby steps. They're going to pay you a lot of attention to your love life to get results. It says it here. Okay, that is exactly what I channeled. That they're going in for the long haul. They're going in for the long game. Okay, because they don't like to lose. It's like a game to them. Their ego cannot take. It's like an internal thing in them. It cannot take somebody not thinking that they are the best. And they will do it in however which way suits them. Okay, so they are going to pay you a lot of attention, okay, and try and reignite this to get results. They've realised that they need to tend to this, all right? They need to tend to it. So let's have a little look at, with my tarot deck. I'll use a couple of tarot decks. I'll use this one first. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on besides you. What's going on in this person's life generally? General environment. See if we can, oh, there we go. We have the moon. That flew out. They're anxious, they're fearful, but more than that, they're very in a very deceitful environment. Okay, so within their own environment, wherever they are, it's quite deceitful. And at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So that means it's either an unhappy home or an unhappy family life. Very general, but that's the gist of that card. There's a lack of security and stability within their environment. They don't like where they are. They feel stuck. They can't see a way out of it, possibly without your help. Okay, it's almost like they're expecting you to rescue them from the mess they got themselves into. Okay, but Ten of Cups in reverse, general, you know, if they've gone into another relationship, it isn't working. Okay, it's not working. And this card to me, though, also speaks of them possibly having a dysfunctional family way back, which has unfortunately materialised in the way they treat other people. Okay? They're quite an angry person. They're quite an angry person. But they have got a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress regarding their living arrangements. Okay? So that's their general, that is their general environment. Just cross that Ten of Cups. Chariot in the reverse. Yeah, they're stuck. Now the Ten of Cups and the Chariot in the reverse to me is someone who wants to move and they can't. Okay, they can't move. They're stuck. They're spinning their wheels. Nothing's working out. There's a lack of direction, lack of control, and aggression. Aggression. There's really two sides to this person, you know. I do see, I feel it. I feel they've got a real temper. But maybe not everybody knows about this temper. With that tending card, I just honestly feel they're quite clever. They can fool people, all right? They can fool people. And I feel that's what it is. I feel that they're stuck. They want to move. They need your help. They're very unhappy. If it's a romantic relationship, it's going down the loo, down the toilet. That's not working. And now they're hoping that you'll still be there, which you won't. No, because they've come out as the King of Pentacles in the reverse. You know, they're very materialistic, very status-driven. This person, I feel. And by status-driven, it's not always about money. It can be with the King of Pentacles, but it can just be somebody who, whatever they're doing, they think they're right. Okay? But they will do anything. It can be someone who'll just do anything for money. Okay? That is one of the main meanings of that card. So if they're in business or their career or anything else, the Chariot reversed and that King of Pentacles reversed is failure. Okay, failure in the physical. Failure in the physical. They're not going to tell you this though. They're not going to tell you this. They're just going to try and inch their way back in. Yeah, in their environment as well, the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Got a lot of reversals. Missed opportunities. Okay. The going gets tough and they disappear. That's what I just heard. The going gets tough and they disappear. So let's see. Anything else, please? Anything else about this person? Oh gosh, the Magician in the reverse flew out. Run. Just run. If I was reading these cards for myself, I would just run. The Magician in the reverse is deceitful, manipulative. They lie. They will put on a show. They will put on the most amazing show. They'll emotionally love bomb you, mentally love bomb you, physically love bomb you, give you all their energy. But they quite often have a double life. They will quite often, it flew out, you saw it fly out, run. Run, 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 run. Because at the bottom of the deck, we have got the Three of Swords, broken heart again, okay? Let them sort themselves out, all right? If you're not speaking, my advice, it's your life. My advice would possibly continue that way. Yeah, this is what you need to do. You need to be the Queen of Wands. Look to the future. Sit on that throne. You're on the pedestal. This is your life, your movie. You're writing the script, okay? The Queen of Wands is a lovely card for you. Okay, your confidence is coming back. Your creativity is coming back. And if you're not there yet, keep going. I promise you that your zest for life will come back. And it doesn't mean you need to go into another relationship if you don't want to, but you'll just find that spark again, okay? And love yourself. Love yourself more than you've ever loved yourself in your entire life. Because when somebody's messed with your brain like this, you just end up with a fried brain and your self-concept's low and you think about the brain. I'll just say this before we finish. If you do your times table, it's repetition, isn't it? And eventually you can repeat it without even thinking. If you're with somebody like this person and they're continually at you and putting you down, eventually you start to believe it. So you keep going, all right? Remember who you are. Do mirror work. Look at yourself in the mirror. I don't know, 10 times in the morning, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 times in the evening, and just tell yourself how much you love yourself, okay? Because you're the Queen of Wands. Now, what you don't see coming is the Ace of Cups. Possibly a new person's coming into your life as well this summer, or somebody, even if it's a platonic friendship, somebody is going to play a part in your life that really gets you back up to a different level. Okay, so I'll leave it with you. I love you. I'm sending you loads of energy and speak soon. Bye.